Taylor School District.
Not me.
Speaker on.
Right now. It's coming out of mine. Sorry about that.
You're good.
My sound's all the way down.
Welcome everyone to the Taylor. Ooh, there's an echo. We're good?
Yep.
All right. Welcome everyone to the Taylor School District regularly scheduled board meeting of July 19th, 2023. Where our mission statement is to educate, engage, and empower those we serve. And our vision statement is that we will be the innovative destination district where all succeed. This meeting is called to order at 6:01 p.m. Mr. Myers.
Here.
Mr. Thomas.
Here.
Mrs. Thomas.
Here.
Ms. Shufo.
Here.
Mr. Wright is here. Ms. Block.
Yes.
Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First up, we have our good news. First on that is the John F. Kennedy High School farewell. Ms. Block.
So I attended farewell. I did not go to Kennedy, full disclosure. I'm a Truman graduate. But I went because I went to break. And as much as Kennedy claims all the land over there, it's also breaks. So I wasn't in the school picture, but I was on the football field because football field on Thursday afternoons was breaks. So, but a new school year begins, so many, please bear with me while I go down memory lane. A new school year begins, so many expectations. It was a fresh start for everyone. The new year is a nervous bundle of energy time for our students, faculty, and staff. Great things are possible each fall. Bad things can happen as well. I recently attended the Kennedy final farewell. It was a great event put together by our wonderful Taylor Alumni Association. Kennedy alumni came together to bid a final farewell to the grand old building. As a Truman grad, I was part like a fly on the wall, listening to Kennedy conversations. The years melted away between classmates as they talked about this and that. They were no longer sophomores, juniors, seniors, burnouts, or jocks. They were just people who shared a little slice of history. I had hoped to see more of my break friends. You see, back then, half of the break gang went to Truman and half went next door. I lost contact with a lot of great friends. No Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. They made new friends at West. We made new friends at Truman, or Kennedy. We made new friends at Truman. So we lost touch, but it was, in a lot of ways, that was the hardest goodbye, was from junior high. It was junior high back then too. But anyway, it was a great event. There were quite a few people there, as you can see in the picture. It was a big mixture of classes. And then the football picture, some people had scattered away by that time, but they sang their alma mater and they sang their fight song. And they had to do it a couple times because Carolyn made them. So, but it was a great event. I think they sold a lot of merchandise. And it is the end of an era. I mean, break is going to morph into something different now. And those memories will still be there, but no longer will there be the Kennedy that we knew and loved. And if you went to Truman, a little bit hated.
And I do know that the Alumni Association will be opening their alumni museums shortly. It's getting completed at the board or what will soon be the Board of Education. And they'll be having a grand opening for that as well, which will have all the Kennedy memorabilia. So everything got pulled out of the building. So there's nothing that's getting torn down with the building that is memorabilia from the building. So Moving on to item number 2, Taylor North Senior Baseball Team, Ms. Shufelt.
So as some of you know, our Taylor North Little League, our seniors division is 15 and 16-year-olds, and they have won the state championship. My son is on the team, and it's his last year in Little League, so we're super excited for him. And a lot of the kids on this team, there's 15 kids on the team, 3 coaches, and 10 out of the 15 players are Taylor High School students, and they do play on the Taylor High School baseball team. And 2 of the 3 coaches also coach our high school baseball teams. One is the JV and one helps on varsity. So we're super excited for them. They now will head to the regional tournament, and that is in Peru, Illinois. So we do head out Friday morning. And the district has been super supportive of our players. They shared the news district-wide, and we've had a lot of support from teachers and administrators, and we are super thankful for that. And if everybody can just send good vibes that we can bring home a regional championship, that would be awesome. If they win that, they go to the World Series tournament in South Carolina. So that's our goal, is to get to South Carolina. So,
Thank you. And good luck to them.
thank
Yeah,
you.
good luck.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to item number 4 on our agenda, revisions, approval of the agenda, Ms. Block.
Are there any revisions to the agenda?
Yes, I have one. We are going to be adding a scheduled report number 2, athletic director update, and that will be given by Patricia Del Torre. Under scheduled reports, first page.
Okay, with the revisions, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers, is there a second?
Second.
That was. Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas,
Yes.
Mrs. Shufeldt,
Yes.
Mr. Wright,
Yes.
Ms. Block, yes, Mr. B,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
that carries 7-0.
All right, moving on to item number 5, scheduled reports. First up, we have facilities update, Mr. Gerard and Mr. Neslet.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, so Patrick and I, we met with several contractors to get some budget quotes for some things throughout the district. Tonight, we'll be going over some roofs. I have slides when the roofs were put in, the last time they were replaced. Some roofs that are concerns of ours that, need some attention. Parking lots, windows, and some building needs. So first, we'll go to the roofs. And over the last 4 years, we've spent between $46,000 and $53,000 in repairs per year. So we do have some roofs that are concerns. And as we go through the next slide, you're going to see, we've had some that were put in 1987, some in 1994, some 99, 204, or 2004. So we're getting to that point where, some roofs are going to really need to be looked at real hard. So we'll start at the board annex. The board annex has 11 roof zones, 49,807 square feet of roof. And the zones were replaced between 2003 and 2004. Now, these roofs, the first 10 or 12 slides roofs I'm going to go through are ones that we really haven't had a problem with. We'll have a minor leak here, minor leak there. So the majority of our roofs are in decent shape. We do have 6 or 7 buildings you'll see towards the end that are the ones that we're going to need some work done. I also added a map on the next slide of, I added a map to the buildings of the next slide. Some of the maps are a little outdated that I noticed. So I worked a little bit with them. So you'll see what zone is actually A1 or A2. The next building, we have Career Center North. That was last replaced in 1987. And that's actually probably one of the best roofs we have. Don't know why. I know it's the maintenance program that we have on the roofs, but We really have very little problems with that roof. That one has 7 roof zones, 42,105 square feet. And like I said, it was replaced in 1957. The next slide shows the map of all the different zones on the roof. And I asked why we have different zones and why it's just not a roof, but it's easier if we're going to replace a section, that's where it would split off. So you wouldn't have to replace another section. You can just go up to that. That's where the seams are at. Career Center South, it's got 2 roof zones, 39,612 square feet, and that was replaced in 1987 also. That next map, the next slide shows the map of that, 2 zones. Taylor High, we have 16 roof zones, 255,375 square feet. Zone 4 was replaced in 1996. Zones 10, 11, 12, and 13 were replaced in 1999. Zones 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, and 16 were replaced in 2004. And Zone 5 was replaced in 2017. And I think I have there's a map for that. That's all the zones there. The last one was over the gym that we had replaced. Eureka Heights has 12 roof zones, 30,706 square feet. 3 zones were replaced in 1999 and the others were replaced in 2005. And like I said, these buildings have minimal, we went through all our roof reports and the repairs we've had, and these had very minimal leaks, I'm sorry. Fisher has 3 roof zones, 24,702 square feet, and was replaced between 1997 and 1998. McDowell has 5 roof zones, approximately 36,303 square feet, and they were all replaced in 2004. Moody has 4 roof zones, 40,654 square feet. Zones 1, 2, and 3 were replaced in 1999. Zone 4 was replaced in 2017. PRC has 3 roof zones, 10,440 square feet. It was replaced in 1973. Transportation has the garage has 4 roof zones, 11,424 square feet, and that was replaced in 2004 also. The utility department, we have 5 roof zones, 18,557 square feet, and that was replaced in 2004. Waring has 9 roof zones, 27,286 square feet. Zone 4 was replaced in 1996. The other 8 zones were replaced in 2000. Hoover. Hoover has 7 roof zones with 42,105 square feet. Zones 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12 were done in 2004. Zones 1, 2, 4, and 5 were done in 2017. And zone 11 was done in 2019. We're starting to see a spike in leaks in zones 3, 6, and 9. They're basically in the same spot. It seems like, we'll go out and do the repair and it moves a little. So that's going to be a roof that soon we're going to need to finish that. And once we get those 3 zones done, those roofs are going to be, the Hoover roof is going to be pretty current and be good for the next, 20 years, we're hoping. West has 6 roof zones with 64,980 square feet, was replaced in 2004. Now in this building, if you go to the second slide, you'll see the next slide, you'll see the area highlighted. That's the area that we're proposing that needs to be replaced. It's over the gym area, the library and that hallway. So we received a budget quote, and the budget quote is just something for us to, just a number for us to have. We'll send it out for RFP, but it's kind of a ballpark of where the prices could fall. So for half of zone 1 and all of zone 3, we're looking to do 17,230 square feet at a total cost of $586,000.
Quick question.
Yes.
You said over the library, right?
Yes,
Is that zone 1 or is that zone 5?
Gym in the back.
it's, pardon me,
In the back.
what, west? Well, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, three's in the, no, three, this is, roof 1 is the north section, is facing south, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's facing south. Yeah, so that would be over the library area.
But you'd only do half of,
No, we're gonna do all of roof 3, that's the
what
library.
about, you said half of?
Half of roof 1.
Because the other half's in good shape.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind, sorry.
Yeah, and what we did is we walked with the contractor and we did a roof inspection. So we looked at all the roofs in the areas and you can see where, you know, water's sitting, where the roofs are, you know, kind of dipping a little bit. And that's where the water sit. So that's why we came up with these sections of roofs. Holland. Holland has 6 zones with 30,046 square feet. They were replaced in 2004. And then 2 slides down, you'll see that we have roof section 1 and roof 2 that we're looking to get replaced. 17,308 square feet for a total cost of $589,000. And that is over the older section, that's over the gym and the north side of the building.
What was the total cost of West for their
West.
repair?
West is 586. And it just depends on the type of roof that's up there to get that little difference in price. Johnson has 7 roof zones, 34,408 square feet. Zones 4, 5, and 6 were done in 1998. Zones 1, 2, 3, and 7 were done in 2004. 2 slides next, you'll see we're looking to propose, and I had to change this map a little bit because it didn't show roof section C. So when we received a budget quote to replace zones 1, which is A3, or I'm sorry, A, zone 3, which is A2, and zone 7, which is C. That's the total square footage of that's 22,612 square feet at a total cost of $724,000. Kenyon has 5 roof zones, 42,105 square feet. It was replaced in 2005. We did do an emergency repair on part of zone 1 back in December of 2020. But we are proposing to replace all of zone 1. The repair worked. It's spreading. And when I talked to the contractor, he says, you know, we could probably go around it, but he wouldn't advise it. So, you know, that's something we have to look at. Over at Myers has 5 roof zones, 36,460 square feet, and they were replaced in 2005. 2 maps further, you'll see where we're proposing to replace part of roof 2 and part of roof 5 for a total square footage of 15,000 square feet at a total price of $49,000. We did have, I was just looking things up. We did do an emergency repair on the other side of roof 2, probably 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, I would say, 2 years, which is fine. Everything's good on that side of the roof now.
Did you mean 495,000?
I'm sorry, $495,000.
Did I say $490? I like the
$49,000.
Well, I guess that's wishful thinking.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Randall has 6 roof zones, 49,287 square feet. 5 zones were replaced in 1999. Zone 6 was done in 2017. 2 slides away, you see we're going to do roof 4 for a total square footage of 9,475. What I did with that was I asked him to include the canopies because we do get a few leaks in the canopies, you know, where the outside doors are. So I wanted to get those replaced too, because, you know, we get ice there and I want to eliminate that problem. So we do those sections in roof 4, it's $332,000.
And it does include the canopy.
Pardon me?
And it does include the canopy.
It does, yes. I didn't get a chance to color the maps. The maps that they gave me, I couldn't alter, I couldn't edit. So I was trying to do my own, but they didn't work out so well, as you can see. And then Taylor Parks. Taylor Parks has 9 roof zones. They have a total square footage of 24,875 square feet. And they were replaced in 1987. The 2 slides, it shows roof 2. Now that roof, we've noticed that it's been an issue for a while. That roof pitches back towards the building. So that's why we're having a leak problem. So the quote he gave me was it's 6,963 square feet, but he has to rebuild the whole roof. So that would cost us $94,000 to do that small section. But everything is pitched towards the roof, towards the back of the building, and we're getting leaking inside the kindergarten classrooms.
And that was from when they originally built it.
That was from they
built it
originally,
wrong.
correct. And we keep patching it, we keep sealing it, and we keep putting Band-Aids on it, and it's gotta be corrected. So this is probably our most important one to get fixed right away.
And that sits right above the kindergarten.
It
classrooms,
does,
right?
yes. Yeah, it's on the lower section, but it's right above the kindergarten. All right, so our next part we were looking at were windows. We got some window quotes for 4 of the elementaries. And this is just, like I said, a budget quote. We've in the past, had contractors come out and they spend a whole lot of time with us and get us quotes, and we don't do a whole lot with it. So we kind of met with this contractor and we're like, hey, can you give us a quote on per classroom? This is the size of the classroom per square footage, and this is how Patrick come up with the numbers for the windows. So Moody, we're looking at a 7-panel, and the windows we're looking at are going to be in uniform with the new windows we already have. So the district will kind of be, we have the panels up on top, the windows at the bottom, so everything will be uniform throughout the district. So the 7-panel, 3 windows that open, including an emergency window, for Moody, complete building, we're looking at $476,273. Kenyon, 7 panels, same type of window, same panels, emergency windows, we're at $490,437. Holland, same type of window, $136,765. In Randall has 3 different types of windows in the building. They have new, they have some that are new, but not as new as the new ones we had put in. And we have some that are like 60 years old. So, we got to put the quote together to replace the windows that don't look like the new ones we just had put in, 10 years ago.
Is that the side that's facing Masab's?
That would be the
That's
Robert side, yeah, the Robert and Masab side. So to replace those windows, the total come up to $385 in $385,273. Now, if we don't want to go that way right away, there are 4 windows on the Robert side, 4 classrooms on the Robert side that, they're like, were there when the building was built. And we did put together a quote to just at least do those.
What is that?
And we're looking at about $88,000. And the reason why is, if they come in and do 30 windows, you're gonna get a better price. Right? So they're gonna come in and do 4.
So these are the prices to replace the windows in the entire school.
The entire school, except for Randall. Randall will only be the ones that it won't be the party side, the old preschool end, but it'll be the rest of the building.
Okay.
The side that faces the church and
Yes,
Robert.
and party side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next area we worked on were the parking lots at the high school. So I met with the contractor and we got 4 quotes. The first quote is to remove and replace all the asphalt in all the parking lots. So that came up to be $2,301,200. So then I asked him, I said, well, okay, I don't know that we want to go that far. So what's the next step? Where can we go to, make it last, but I don't want to spend $2 million. And they said, well, we can mill and resurface. And what they would do is they'll remove 2 inches of asphalt off the parking lots, fill the low areas in, and then install, 2 inches of new asphalt and then restripe it. That quote came in at $1,192,800. The third quote, because I said, okay, well, do we have something else? The third quote is to level off all the high areas. They're going to mill the high areas. They're going to fill in the low areas and then put 2 inches of asphalt on top. So they're not going to mill anything off the parking lots. They're just going to level it back out and then restripe. And then that quote came in at $668,700. So then I thought, well, okay, well, what about the circle? And this is where I had to work on this slide because I had the wrong square footage. But for the circle, I asked them, give me a quote to remove the 2 inches of asphalt, fill in the low spots, and then throw 2 inches of new asphalt on top, just the circle. And that came up to $288,750. Now, they said that, you could probably get 6-8 years out of it. My concern is we have a lot of buses on that circle, a lot of weight. That's my concern there. So then we go to the building needs. And this is basically what, we talked about through the presentation. Career Center South, we have the sidewalks need to be replaced. I got quotes. I actually have it scheduled to start for the entryways, sidewalks, because it's a tripping hazard. So I'm going to have that. I'm hoping to have that done before school starts. And I think that was at a price of $20,561. At Myers, replace the roof section 2 and install new in-wall cafeteria tables and benches. We put out an RFP for new cafeteria tables. Those are the ones that go into the wall. And, I don't like them because, anything can happen. We heard about, a student years back at another place that got hurt. We do have chains on the wall holding them up. Not that they need it. I mean, they'll stay there, but just for security purpose. So we did receive we did do a bid on that. And I actually I had questions. One of the companies was from California. They just responded to my questions today at like noon. So I asked Griffin Dave if I could put that off just so I can get my questions asked. I want to know warranty. I want to know, what type of tape product we're getting, who's installing it. I mean, if they're from California, I need to know who the installer is, and I want to get some recommendations or, where they've done them. So the other company that put a bid in was Duell. They've done our cafeterias at McDowell. So I'm comfortable with them, but we just want to look at all the avenues. So that's at Myers.
What is the quote's been?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have the quote. Let's see. One quote. Now, when I talked to Duell, because I asked them their warranty, their quote for Myers was $111,000. And I don't know the exact change. The Nelson Adams NACO from California was around 80. So I was concerned that there's a big difference. I mean, I can see a couple thousand, but 30, and I've never dealt with the company. So I have questions for them. They're going to get back with me tomorrow with more answers. Duell has done work for us. They did McDowell, and we got our tables and chairs from them. And I spoke to him, and he's like, well, because he was at the bid opening, and he couldn't understand why he was higher than the other company. Well, he called me back and said his manufacturer screwed up. They gave us the wrong price. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do about that. You know what I mean? So, but that's where we are. I'm just waiting for my answers to my questions because I need to know, what type of tables. I don't want to cheap things. So, Randall, we suggest, we replace roof section 4 and the canopies, and at least replace the windows in rooms 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the ones on the Robert side that are just, they're as old as the building is.
Can you highlight specifically like I know previously at Randall, there was an issue where the wall was separating.
There
How
is.
The roof and the windows have played a role in that.
Yes.
But I know that the wall's not structurally like.
Right, we
compromised.
met with an architect.
Yeah.
And he said it's actually the bones of the wall's fine. It's the outside brick that's attached to it. So that would be something, once we get the windows and roof replaced.
Yeah.
That's the section of the roof we want done.
Yeah.
And then we would go back and have that reblocked.
And he said it was because moisture was getting in.
Getting in behind.
Freezing. And it
Yes.
kept
Yeah.
pushing the wall away from.
Yeah, it would freeze thaw, water was getting behind it, and that's what it is. Because my concern was, is that building safe?
Yeah.
So we met with the engineer and he's like, yeah, it is. The bones are good.
Yeah.
It's the outside. But I'm still concerned because I don't want them to fall off either, but that would be something we would repair after these are done.
And that's specifically in that section 4 and where
Yes.
those windows are.
Yes, right where those windows and that roof section's at. Taylor Parks, we at least like, we need to get that roof looked at and get it repaired, replaced. That's the one that's angling back towards the building. That's probably our number one concern. We've had, leaking issues over the kindergarten rooms for a while and the ceiling's falling in and it's just not a good learning environment for them. Taylor High, replace the parking lots or at least get them resurfaced or something like that. I don't know what the plans are, if we're gonna do them all or what have you, but we do have the quotes. So, it's a little easier decision, I think. And that's all I have. If y'all have any questions. I do have a few updates on Fort Ed.
Yeah, go for it.
Actually, Patrick has good news, but when they went in, they started abating the building on July 10th. And they told us 4 weeks. They'll be done Friday. If
Awesome.
everything goes well, they will be done Friday. So they're 2 weeks ahead of schedule. So I've got the wall guy coming in. We're getting the stuff ordered. The carpet guy's already got the list. We do have to pick out some colors. That's not me. Y'all. You don't want the colors I pick out. So we got to pick out some colors. And then Career Center North, we have all the rooms cleared out. Tom and his crew's been working hard over there. We've got, I believe we have it all carpeted. I think we have one more room we have to get carpeted. Then all the nurses' items will be moved in. We'll get the hall floor done. That project will be done. Career Center South, we've got the walls built for the nurses. We're gonna move out some robotic stuff and move EMT in. So those projects will be completed in the next 2-3 weeks, I would say. So we're not, I guess we're not getting it done as soon as I wanted to, but it'll be before school starts. So that's some good news.
Thank you. I know you
Yep,
guys have
you're
been
welcome.
working.
Yeah,
very
there's
hard.
a lot going on. It's we do have some walls being cut open at Myers and yep,
For the
so
doors.
that's starting tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome.
So,
That's cool.
all right, that's all I have unless you all have questions for me.
Any questions?
Thank
All
you.
right, thanks,
Thank you.
Jack.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pat.
All right. Moving on to scheduled report number 2, athletic director update. Ms. Delatorre.
Thank you. As most of you probably know, that the current athletic director is off on a leave. And even though there's not a lot of activities that go on in the summertime, there's still a lot of prepping and getting things organized for the next school year that needs to go on. So cabinet had talked about it and we were wanting to put an interim director in that position temporarily until the director comes back. And knowing, and I've never been an athletic director, but it's slower. And even though there's a lot of planning that needs to be done and we need to get organized, but August is right around the corner. And if I'm not mistaken, that's when a lot of the fall activities kind of start, the training and tryouts or whatever it needs to be done. So with that, just a couple of weeks away, we would like to bring on an interim director. We did have an opportunity. Jacob and I did meet with Christopher Simons this morning. And is more than excited to help us out in the pinch, whether it's for a couple of months or if it's for, 3 or 4. He does bring some experience to the table. He's been a coach, I thought he said 17 years or something, a long time for Taylor. A Taylor grad, he knows Taylor. So I think that will only help. impressed with some of the things that he had to say about just about the department and athletics in general. So I think that he would be a perfect choice to bring on board as an interim. And in that way, we're not, if the athletic director were to come back sooner than what we anticipate, then there's not this whole pressure of stuff that needs to be done in a week to get done. And I think that in that process too, that Jacob had mentioned some things that we kind of wanted to get started to do, some other little procedures or whatever we wanted to put in place. So he can do that. And I know that he has a good working relationship with the current athletic director. So he would be able to transition that back when the time came. And I just think it's important that we secure somebody to do that job for the interim time. Now, if it should go past the start of the school year, we obviously could get a sub for his position. And it might be a little bit easier because he does have the phys ed background and that's what he's teaching. So it might be easier to get a sub for that position versus like a math or, chemistry teacher or something like that. But I definitely would highly recommend putting him in as an interim director, just because we can't miss a beat, and our kids deserve to have everything that we need to be able to give to them for participating. And that's, some kids come to school just to participate in sports. And so I would hate for something to have a snafu and a child not be able to participate. So I don't know if you have, was your sentiments basically the same as we talked
No,
about?
I agree with
about Chris?
that. I
So,
would say the only thing I would add is he does also have a master's in like athletic administration and stuff as well. So he comes kind of even credential wise fully
Mhm.
kind of even equipped for the position, which is even more beneficial.
Yeah. And you could see the passion. You really, I mean, sitting there talking, and I was sitting across, and you can see, just the passion in his face about talking about just about the students and, caring about them. And we started talking about study tables and just that and the other. And one of the things is I said, well, what do you do at the study table? And he says, well, actually what I was asking if teachers came and kind of help the kids out. And he says, well, actually, if we have a kid that's really excelling in biology and somebody else needs that kind of extra help with that, he kind of pairs them up. So that's really nice because it's like a peer-to-peer. And I think that that's a good opportunity for students too, to be able to help other students. So it's just things that I was very impressed.
Thank you for that update.
Mhm.
All right, moving on to agenda item number 6, discussion items. First up, we have the overnight field trip request, YMCA camp. I won't even try to pronounce it, but Mr. Wazorek, you should be online.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Hi, that's YMCA Ohiesa is the pronunciation. I'm the band director at the high school. So on July 24th through the 28th, we're going to be going off to band camp, our yearly tradition, to get better for a whole 5 days. This year we're taking 92 members of the marching band. We've grown drastically in the past year, so we're really excited about that. We have 22 chaperones, including some parents, about 11 or 10 parents and 11 instructors for each section of the band, as well as myself and Marquita Moore, who's the assistant marching band director and the choir director. So currently, as we speak right now, about 99% of our chaperones have been approved through their background checks through the district. We have, I think, one who the page was missing, but I sent that in. But I think, she went home today, so that should be approved by tomorrow, and then we'll be all set. So we'll be leaving around 9:30 in the morning on Monday morning, and then we should be returning on Friday night about 6 p.m. Band camp is really the best time that we can get everything together for our show, for the program. The kids really get to focus in an environment away from distractions. They don't have to worry about getting there. They don't have to worry about their meals. They don't have to worry about going home and what's going to happen at home. They're all there. All the activities that we're doing some zip lining, some rock climbing, some archery, We're doing some like boating, like kayaking and stuff. We have our dance, a bunch of activities that really focus on our bonding, getting better as musicians. Each section has a professional coach that's going to be working with them this year. That we haven't had that in a couple of years. So we're really happy to have that real small group instruction for the kids, and they can really get a grasp on everything they're doing. And so we're really looking forward to going. And one last thing, I guess, before, if you guys have any questions, this will be the debut of the marching band trailer on its first long haul trip. So we're super excited to be taking that down the highway and, showing off the great logo and what these kids have to offer. So with that, does anybody have any questions or comments or anything for me?
No? Thank you.
Sweet. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Moving on to item number 2, overnight conference request, Special Olympics Conference, Ms. Nichol.
Hello. The Special Olympics of Michigan has invited our district to participate in their upcoming conference as a courtesy to talk with other districts who are also beginning to engage in district-wide Special Olympics and unified events. Part of this invitation also includes speaking on a panel. I'm not sure if you are aware, but during our most recent Special Olympics, the Michigan Special Olympics Association was actually on site and able to observe this wonderful event in action. And we were allotted a total of 7 places, but we have 4 employees who have decided to attend and just continue to demonstrate tremendous dedication on behalf of our students. The cost of the conference registration is covered and the lodging is covered in Frankenmuth, Michigan. I am able to budget the costs for the meals for participants and the IRS mileage reimbursement through our Title II professional development plan. So looking forward to having some good Taylor representation statewide.
Is it full reimbursement through the IRS? Is it partial?
There's a formula. So when any staff member attends a conference, they actually submit paperwork ahead of time. I'm not sure if it's in here, not in your copies, but the numbers that have been presented are actually from the calculations that staff members have provided. So it's the current IRS reimbursement rate.
I guess not a question, just a comment too, is I'm really excited for them to be attending because I was part of Special Olympics up at Central, and so I've actually been to this before.
Oh, neat.
So it's really cool. But if they do get to talking about the polar plunge, which I hope they do, I know that Michelle Regal and the NHS are looking at actually making Taylor a host district this year too. The NHS putting on polar plunge. So exciting things, really
We
exciting.
have some participants online.
Yes.
So I know Marissa has been involved with Polar Plunge with a different organization,
Sweet.
but you're speaking her language.
Okay. Very cool. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Moving on to discussion item number 3, the Career and Technical Education Cooperative Agreement. Ms. Bernard, she's online, I believe.
Hello, can you hear me? The Lincoln Park agreement is the same as the other ones that we had done up for our out of district contracts. Our legal team had put those together for us, and Lincoln Park has signed already. So we just need to sign ours, and then they'll be sending students to us this year. And we're super excited. This will be the first time we have kids from Lincoln Park coming. And this year they're starting out with 10. And then next year they're going to open it up to open enrollment and send even more than 10.
Is it for all programs or just a specific?
I believe that they are starting with just culinary and nursing.
Any questions? All right, thank you, Ms. Bernard. Moving on to item number 4, we have I want to say it's pass, or do I say PASS?
Pass.
Okay, pass. Miss Graham.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I will be brief, I promise, but it is very nice to see everyone like summery and tan and cash. Like it's a whole different feel. I love it. All right, so if I haven't met you officially, my name is Emily Graham. I'm the Resilience Director for the district. And we have been looking for a way with the launch of the Star Commonwealth Initiative to track some data on students and make sure that we're making the right decisions regarding what the students need social and emotionally as we proceed with this initiative. So I was able to meet with a representative from PATH, and PATH is a proactive and targeted approach to addressing internalized and externalized barriers to learning. So it is essentially a survey that we would administer for K-12 students 3 times a year to track the social emotional progress of the students. So what is PASS? It's a K-12 completely online student attitudinal survey. So it would not involve any of the adults in the district. That is the Star Commonwealth provided an attitudinal survey for us for that purpose. It has psychometric measures of 9 attitudinal factors, which I will share with you in a second. It's been used with 4 million students in the last 5 years, and it's non-invasive. It's not a mental health screener. It does not do anything about suicidal ideation or anything like that. It really looks at the students' attitudes towards the adults that they are in constant contact with in school and their own beliefs about their success in school. So it is administered digitally in just 15 to 20 minutes. We would do this assessment in the beginning, the middle, and then the end to kind of track not only our initiative, but the resilience coaches working in the classrooms. And then as our Star Commonwealth training, kind of how our adults are reacting to students in the school environment. The results are immediately available. So as soon as the students take it, we're able to look at our dashboard and be able to not only look at like school cohort data, but we can look at district-wide, we can look at classrooms, we can look at individual students who may be alerting us to some needs that they might have. And there are data sessions provided that help support the schools. So we kind of talk about how there are people that are well-versed with the survey that can help us disaggregate the results so that we can use them in our planning going forward. So here are the 9 PASS factors that they look at. The first section talks about connectedness. So we're looking at their students' attitudes and feeling about school, up toward teachers, and then their attitudes toward attendance, also identifying some possible barriers to attendance that we could use to make decisions going forward. Self-efficacy looks at the perceived learning capability. Do kids feel like they're ready to learn when they come to school? Are they prepared for learning? Are they confident in their classes? And do they hold themselves in high self-regard? All of these things are things that we really need to be aware of in kids, especially at very young levels. And a lot of these attitudinal surveys start in middle and high school, but this has adaptive measures to make it so that kids, even as young as kindergarten, we can flag them for any possible issues that we may need to respond to. And then it also looks at motivational factors. So response to curriculum demands, general work ethic. And then a lot of these factors are interrelated. So there's researchers that are putting together these questions so that they may satisfy multiple aspects of what we're looking at in terms of child wellness. Here's a couple of sample questions, just out of curiosity. I think carefully about my work. I worry about getting my work right. Triggers to kind of like anxious students or students may need help with self-regulation. I can ask my teacher when I'm stuck with my work, what the relationship is with caring adults in the room. I enjoy doing hard schoolwork and I can concentrate in my work in class. And again, it's adaptable for kids as low as kindergarten. So what I love about this is it aligns completely with Taylor's strategic plan and the fact that it creates a baseline data set for our Star Commonwealth work. A lot of this work we understand because you made the decision to commit a lot of time and resources to this initiative. You know that we're going to uncover some things that we need to address before they get better. But having baseline data, being a data-driven district, makes it so that we can start off right hitting the ground running in the fall with things that we might need to address. like I mentioned before, it has classroom and school level data, district level data that we can talk about in school improvement meetings and planning meetings. And then it reaffirms and recommits us to that concentrated focus on student mental health and the perceptions about school, and really acknowledges that Taylor is about educating the whole child, which includes that social emotional component. So the nuts and bolts. The reason why I called poor Shauna and I was like, can I please get on this agenda right now? Is because they're offering us a deal. If we purchase this for the entire year, which would be 3 different times of administration, they're going to give it to us at $550 a student, which is approximately $29,000 after August 1st, which is still, I'm sure, doable. It would go up to $7 a student, which is about $37,000. Grant funding would be used for this purchase. I work very closely with Cindy so that we can kind of map out what that funding would look like, and we stay completely away from general fund. And then just to reiterate, 3 times a year, 15 minutes each. Loss of learning time, we're talking about 45 minutes cumulatively for the whole school year. And then again, consultants from PATH can contact our teams and work with our building leadership teams or even grade level teams to help us dig through the data, so that even as us adults trying to use this data, we're not bogged down in the minutia. Thank you so much for your time. Are there any questions about PASS?
The only question I do want to ask is, did our district ever track data before on students, or?
No, we administered the My Student Voice Survey, which was a portion of the population of students in middle and high school, which was a statewide survey that was free, but it gave us general big broad cohort data, and we're looking at kind of using this as a flag for maybe some students that we might need to handle with care, or that have a drastic change in social emotional wellness from one testing cycle to the next or 1 year to the next.
And then I saw it's a 1-year agreement partnership.
Correct.
So then would it be coming back next year if we wanted to use it again?
Correct. I'm hoping it is that advantageous for us to sign on to this, and that we want to use this from year to year, and then I can strike a deal. I get that $550 every time. Any other questions?
So it is coming out of title money.
Correct. Yes.
We have the title money.
We have the title money.
And what's nice is having this data will probably also help with additional grants down the road. Having this will help give us the numbers to apply for other things. So.
Well, I like how Emily was mentioning how everything's kind of like intertwined, if you will, because like chronic absenteeism is a big focus that we are really hitting hard in the fall, if you will. We've received some additional grant funding for what you would basically call like a truancy officer, or 2 people who we can have give us some greater support. So we'll be presenting that's kind of in the future, but thinking about, you know, our children who, if children are absent, we know that they're not able to learn, and what can we do to have stronger partnerships with families to get kids to school, to get kids to school timely, to make school be something that kids want to. We need to get them into our walls, and this is just another way of giving us some deeper information. In the past, students have they complete surveys like through the MyFi survey and other things, but this is really detailed in terms of looking for some of those you know, changes in attitude over time, and you know, any patterns that we can help identify.
And they do not, the My Student Voice Survey was administered through Michigan Department of Ed. We were highly encouraged to apply. They know what's going on in the state of Michigan, and they're trying to make mental health decisions based on that. With this, we completely own our data. They do not keep our data at all. That's our FERPA HIPAA compliant data that we do and we use. And that was really important. Lots of groups ask, you know, who has access to this? Because this is sensitive stuff, but it's important for us to be able to make decisions.
I don't think there's any other comments or questions, but I do have a comment. I just want to thank your staff so much. I know you guys put on an amazing presentation for the staff or the leadership, I believe. So I've heard nothing but great things. So thank you for all your work.
Thank you. That's
You're really
incredible
doing
feedback.
amazing.
Thank you very much.
Seriously, thank you.
We are all really excited to be here. So thank you very much. Anything else? All right, thank you all so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Moving on to item number 5, tire bid, Mr. Jones.
Yes, so the district put out an RFP for purchase of tires and tire support. We do this every summer to get ready for the new school year. We had 2 vendors respond. Goodyear was not only the best price, but it's also the same vendor we've been using for the last couple of years. So it actually was a pretty simple decision to, so we'll be bringing forth Goodyear to provide that service for us. Questions?
Thank you. Moving on to item number 7, TVLA staff furniture, Mr. Anastas.
All right, so this is, I would call like part 2 of the TVLA furniture. If you remember back, it's been a few months now, you've already approved the student portion of it that we actually utilize title money for, so we brought that to you first. This portion would be going through the bond at this point. So as you know, we're doing furniture throughout the entire district, obviously K through 8. We're postponing the furniture at the high school until the new high school is built. We're actually proposing tonight of getting the TVLA staff furniture early. So it'd be the same furniture that we would purchase for the new building. We already verified with TMP that and IE work together to make sure that the furniture obviously would fit within the space that they designed. So that way we wouldn't be at, no wasteful spending there. And the reason why we're actually postponing this early, that obviously all teachers in the high school would appreciate new furniture, but with TVLA moving over to the high school, we've added a mentor already, may need to add staff. We added social workers. It's getting a little bit tight in that space. And if we had more constructive furniture and the plan that they laid out, it'd be much more conducive to the staff being able to serve our students properly. So right now it's kind of a hodgepodge of desks, some that look like presidential desks, others that look like something you fold up and put in the corner. So we're trying to get it more consistent and more utilize our space better. And so we did make sure, like I said, to make sure that it wasn't any loss of money we would have to spend in any ways. We're just really asking you to spend it 3 years early than what you would do.
Any questions? All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Moving on to item number 7, new special education resource room teacher position. Oh, wait, was that you?
Oh, that was number. Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's Miss Lomax.
Yeah.
My bad. She's online. I got the names mixed. I thought I saw yours on that. I was like, well.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, thank you for allowing me to speak for you tonight. One of the things that the special education department would like to request is a 1.0 FTE. I'm not sure if you have the spreadsheet that is in front of you that I shared. With the FTE that we're requesting, we had 3 of our buildings that actually had an increase of students in our classrooms or special ed classrooms. And we had 1 building that had a decrease. So Taylor Parks actually has a decrease in numbers of students, and they have gone down to where we would reduce a 0.5 FTE in that building, and would like to shift that over to Moody, where they've actually had an increase in numbers. And then we have Kenyon and McDowell, who have also increased in numbers as well. That would also need an additional 0.5, which would make that a 1.0 overall that we're asking for the increase. For special education and our resource caseloads, the maximum state requirement for caseloads is 23. So once we go over that number is when we're needing to propose for another teacher and an FTE. Did anyone have any questions on that? I'm not sure if you have that form in front of you or not.
So will that 1.0 FTE, will it be 2 individuals or just 1 individual?
It depends on how we, when we do the staffing and post it, it can be that, there's 1 person that also picks that up as we kind of reallocate. But, there's a couple of people that are already in a split situation that want to be in just one remaining building. So if this does get approved, I'm sure that they would then want to have that one full-time position in the building.
Any other questions? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Moving on to item number 8, new hire assistant director for food service, Ms. Trombetta. I believe she's online as well.
Hello, everyone. So we have been looking for the past 6 months to fill the assistant director of food service position. Many of you know that food service is self-funded. So this position's already been built into our budget as it is we would be replacing the previous assistant director. So we went through about 10 applicants. Of those 10 applicants, I called 4 for interviews. 3 showed up. The initial interview was a one-on-one with me so I can get to know the candidate and their experience. From the 3 that we interviewed, we brought 2 back for a second interview with Michelle Marshall, the director of security, and myself for a more in-depth interview about their leadership and professional and working with unions. And then of those 2, Michelle and I unanimously voted for Colleen Kincaid. Colleen Kincaid, she has lots of food service experience. She's been in food her whole life. And we're excited for her to join our team. And I hope the board approves her.
Any questions? All right, thank you, Ms. Trombetta. Moving on to item number 9, new hire, transportation director, Mr. Jones.
Yes, so with the retirement of Steve Woodward, the district posted a position for director of transportation, and we had already made the decision of not to contract. Steve was a contract, or here under contract, and we decided to go with hiring the position ourselves here at the district. So we posted the position, got about 8 or 9 applicants. And so we brought in 4 for interviews, and we followed our usual process that we've been following for the past year or so on hiring a director. So we had 3 rounds of interviews. Round 1 was a panel interview, which included 3 of the 4 bargaining units. And it was also happy to say that the 26M representative was Tom, who works in transportation, so it was really valuable to have his input and have him on the panel. Steve Woodward was also part of the panel, and myself. And then from there, we brought back 2 applicants to round 2, which was with the cabinet. And not only the cabinet, but Steve Woodward was included too, and Jack Gerard, because employees are shared between facilities and transportation. So that was panel number 2. And so that panel then unanimously selected 1 candidate to meet with the superintendent one-on-one, which happened last Friday. I'm happy to say that we came to an agreement and acceptance that Latrell Cunningham for our new director of transportation.
Are there any questions? Thank you. Moving on to item number 10, Dean Transportation, Mr. Jones, and I'll just call out number 11 as well, natural gas supply agreement, Mr. Jones.
Okay, so kind of related with our transportation theme. So we had come to an agreement before Steve retired, asking him to give us his availability of some of his time to help mentor and help a new hire transition into the position. And he agreed with that. So I talked to Patrick Dean of Dean Transportation and came up to an agreement that we would come up with a rate for a half day and a full day for Steve's time. And the rate that we came up with is exactly a daily rate of what his contract was last year. So there's no increased price or premium or anything like that. So I'm just asking the board to approve that. So now that hopefully we have a new director in place. We have Steve available to come in and help out, take that out of school transition.
Is there a set amount of hours?
No.
No.
It's completely wide open, and Dean Transportation was like, they didn't even want to get it down to hours. Because it's like, then it's a lot of paperwork and stuff like that. And like, no, he does either make it a half day, full day, keep it really simple.
So what's the process for when we phase out, Steve? Is it just 1 year? Is our timeline? What's our district?
We actually do not have a timeline. So we didn't, we haven't approached that yet. We were just working on the transition to bring somebody in and get them up and going.
Okay. Any other questions? All right.
All right, then, okay, so asking the board to approve a contract with Constellation is the name of the company. They purchase natural gas. So if you recall, I think it was last month, I asked the board to approve an agreement, which was approved with a company called Executive Energy, and they will be managing our gas and electric, since we've had nobody ever manage our gas and electric. And so this is part one of their process, which is to have a Constellation will purchase. We can do a 2, 3, 4-year agreement to purchase natural gas, so that we get a fixed price. So we stay away from any type of increases or fluctuations in the market. Based on what Constellation can buy for us over the next few years and what we paid last winter for gas, we'll save in the neighborhood, if you have the same utilization, $50,000 to $60,000 next year just on gas costs by having them purchasing our gas instead of, we were basically at the whim of the market and buying stuff. So it's be a nice financial pickup for us.
Any questions? Thank you. Moving on to item number 12 and item number 13, we have the 2023-2024 district calendar changes, 2024-2025 district calendar changes. Mr. Anastasia.
All right, so start with the 23-24. So just as a reminder, this is a calendar that was already approved by the board in a 2-year approval process a year ago today. So why we're bringing it to you is for the changes that we want to propose in it. So the changes that we're proposing is that January 15th, which is Martin Luther King Day, we're proposing that is now a closed, a district closed day, no longer a PD day as it was before, and you're going to see where that is moved to. So we're going to move that PD day to April 1st instead, which is the Monday after we get back from spring break. So that will no longer be a student day. It will now be a staff professional development day in lieu of the Martin Luther King, which means we need one more day back for kids. So our proposal is May 27th, which is the Friday before Memorial Day that was normally off. We're proposing that that's a day where the district is open. Kids would be in the district to replace that April 1st. So those are some of the day exchanges we're proposing. The only other language that we'd like to include in this calendar, as you're going to see in the 24-25 calendar as well, is at the end we added June 10th through 14th, just a language that said the tentative makeup days in order to meet state requirements due to district act of God days if needed. And as you know what happened this year, we wanted to add those where we're not obviously guaranteeing those days, but if the state wasn't to approve any additional days, we would at least give parents, students, and staff a heads up that those would be the days that we would be making them up. Hopefully it wouldn't have to use them. And I know currently in the state legislature, they're talking about modifying some of the language to allow some of those makeup days to be granted in situations where it was not granted for us before. So hopefully that'll go through too, and we won't have to use them. Any questions on the 23-24 proposal? The next calendar, so as you know, again, a year ago, we were looking to propose 2 years of calendars that helps with not only the district scheduling, but help with family scheduling, staff scheduling. So it's nice to say a couple years ahead, and then if anything changes, we bring the proposed changes to you. So 24-25 is very similar to what we're proposing for some of the changes for next year. The only major occurrence is there's a midwinter break, but there's a couple days added 2, which just carries the school year a couple days further into June, going into that next week. It's an early year that year anyways. So about the time that we'll get out in June will be very similar date wise to what it was before. And then we added language again, those last 3 days in that week could be, tentative days that we have to make up. So other than that, the majority of the calendar has stayed consistent with the past couple of years.
Any questions?
What did they do with Martin Luther King Day? Wasn't it a service day?
It was, yeah, so
But
student,
PD day, but was it a service day? Because in other districts around here, kids are encouraged to do service. Did they think about that?
that could be, yeah, because it wasn't something we've done before, but that could be something that is definitely talked about amongst and you're referring to within the clubs and just students in general about kind of.
It's a
encouraging-
service day, what they do in other districts, since they teach the kids that they give back, because that's what that holiday is actually for. Give back. That's my thoughts.
Okay, no, thank you.
Any others?
No.
Moving on to item number 7, action items. Ms. Block.
Okay, action items. Number 1, overnight field trip request. YMCA Camp hosts. YMCA Camp. Band camp. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the following overnight out-of-state field trip request. Taylor High School Band, YMCA Camp Osat, Ohayasa in Holly, Michigan, July 24th through the 28th, 2023. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Heath. Mrs. Thomas,
Yes.
Mrs. Shufel.
Yeah.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Ms. Black. Yes. Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
It passes 7-0. Number 2, overnight conference request, Special Olympics. Oh, I didn't read the policy number. Policy 6550, the superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the overnight conference request for Bridget Jarvis, Stacy Masters, Marissa McRae, and Janice, I think it's supposed to be an S, Janice Robinson, to attend the Special Olympics Michigan Unified Champion School Summer Liaison Conference in Frankenmuth, Michigan, August 1st through the 2nd, 2023. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Wright. Mrs. Shufel.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Ms. Black is a yes. Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
That motion carries 7-0. Number 3, Career Technical Education Cooperative Agreement, Lincoln Park Public Schools, Policy 2421. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the Career Technical Education Cooperative Agreement for Lincoln Park Public Schools and allow students to enroll in the Taylor School District CTE courses. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas. Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Ms. Black is a yes. Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Shufel.
Yes.
Yes is 7-0. Pass agreement, policy 6320. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the pass subscription, which is a K-12 student attitudinal study developed by a team of educational psychologists that enables schools and districts to proactively identify barriers that are hindering student success. Subscription begins upon receipt of purchase and continues for 1 year. The amount of the subscription is not to exceed $29,838. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Wright. Ms. Black is a yes. Mr. Heath,
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Shufel.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Carries 7-0. Number 5, tire bid. Policy 6320, the superintendent recommends the Board of Education adopt the resolution accepting and authorizing the award of contract for tires and tire support for the 2023-2024 school year for the Taylor School District Bus Garage in the amount of $61,187 to Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas. Mr. Heath,
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas,
Yes.
Mrs. Shufel,
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Ms. Black is a yes. That carries 7-0. Number 6, TVL staff furniture, policy 6320. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the proposal for the purchase of TVL staff furniture, awarding contract to Interior Environments. The total project award recommendation for the Taylor School District TVL staff furniture proposal is $59,780.63. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas. Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Shufel.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Ms. Black is a yes. Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Carries 7-0. Number 7, a new special education resource room position. Policy 3111. The superintendent recommends Board of Education approve the new special education resource room teacher position. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Shufel.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Ms. Black is a yes. Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
The position, that motion carries 7-0. Number 8, request to hire assistant director for food services. Policy 3120. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the hiring of Colleen Kincaid for the position assistant director for food services. Salary for the position will be a step 5, taxa, non-certified assistant director, NACD, $68,382 prorated. Ms. Kincaid's start date would be as soon as practical. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Shufelt. Mrs. Thomas,
Yes.
Mrs. Shufelt,
Yes.
Mr. Wright,
Yes.
Ms. Black is a yes. Mr. Heath,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
carries 7-0. Number 9, request to hire transportation director, policy 3120. The superintendent recommends Board of Education approve the hiring of Patrell Cunningham for the position transportation director. Salary for the position will be step 9, tax and non-certified director 1, N1, $87,046 prorated. Mr. Cunningham's start date will be as soon as practical. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas. Mrs. Shufelt.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Ms. Black is a yes. Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0.
I do want to give opportunity if Mr. Cunningham is here to speak, as well as Ms. Kincaid.
Both are here.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, they're-
Please, I mean, welcome. I just wanted to say congratulations. Yeah, feel free. Yeah.
Honestly, this is my first meeting, so thank you so much, everyone. Some familiar faces, but I really appreciate you putting your faith in me to help with the food services for our community, and I'm really excited to have this opportunity. So if you have any questions, that's great. If not, just thanks again.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Welcome.
I too would like to thank you all for the opportunity. The interview process was very comfortable, very friendly. So I look forward to working with the district and serving the Taylor School students. It's definitely going to be an experience, and I'm looking forward to working with Steve and the board for it. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Number 10, Dean Transportation Agreement. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the agreement with Dean Transportation in order for Steve Woodward to provide the district with additional support as needed in order to transition the new director of transportation. The cost per day is as follows: half day 0 to 4 hours, $230; full day 4 to 8 hours, $460. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Ms. Watkins, yes. Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Shufeldt.
Yes.
Yes, 7-0. I would like to step aside and say, I'd like to thank Steve Woodworth for accepting to do this, and for all of his years. We never had a problem with transportation with Steve. So wherever you are, on the internet, Steve, thank you very much. He isn't out here, right? Okay. Number 11, natural gas supply agreement. Policy 6320, the superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve the agreement between Constellation and the Taylor School District in order to supply natural gas to the district. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas. Ms. Black is a yes. Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Shufeldt.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
That carries 7-0. Number 12. 2023-2024 district calendar. The superintendent recommends the Board of Education approve changes to the 2023-2024 district calendar. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas. Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Shufeldt.
Yes.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Ms. Black is a yes. 7-0. Motion carries. Number 13, 2024-2025 district calendar. Superintendent recommends Board of Education approve the 2024-2025 district calendar. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas. Mr. Myers?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Oh, Mrs. Thomas?
Yes.
Mrs. Shufeldt?
Yes.
Mr. Wright?
Yes.
Ms. Black is a yes. Mr. Heath?
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0.
Moving on to item number 8, superintendent's report. Is there anyone here to give that report?
There's nothing prepared. I
No.
believe that was given to me list.
Okay. Moving on to item number 9, consent agenda. Ms. Black.
Okay, consent agenda per policies 166 and policy 6470. Number 1, minutes from the June 20th, 2023 capital project committee meeting. Number 2, minutes from the 2021 or June 21, 2023 regular board meeting. Number 3, consolidated items. Payment of current bills, certified, non-certified, and administrative reports. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas,
Yes.
Mrs. Shufel,
Yes.
Mr. Wright,
Yes.
Ms. Black is a yes, Mr. Heath,
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Motion is carried 7-0.
Moving on to item number 10, item scheduled for the next agenda, Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023, goal setting workshop. Moving on to item number 11, public comments. Thank you to all those who could be with us tonight. We understand the importance of continuing to keep you informed and providing an opportunity for you to be heard. Public comment will begin with those in person and then move to our online audience. For those in person, please step up to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. After the in-person comment, our online audience will need to find the raise hand symbol for our moderator to recognize and unmute you. Please take into consideration common courtesy, refrain from any personal attacks, and keep your comments to 3 minutes or less. We will provide and assist with timekeeping, so each guest will be able to monitor their own time and know when to conclude, so all who wish to speak will have an equal opportunity to do so. As a reminder, if there are any questions at this meeting or by some other avenue, Superintendent Mills or his designee will work on getting those answers in a timely manner. Do we have anyone in person? Is there any online? That is an easy public comment. All right, cool. Moving on to item number 12, adjournment to closed session, Ms. Block.
Adjournment to closed session, policy 137.2 pursuant to Michigan's Open Meetings Act, being Public Act 267 of 1976, and as amended, I move the board convene in closed session pursuant to attorney-client privilege. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Thomas. Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Shufel.
She left.
Oh. Oh, I didn't look up. Okay. Mr. Wright,
Yes.
Ms. Black is a yes. Mr. Heath,
Yes.
Mr. Myers,
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0. Isn't it you?
I can say it. We will go into closed session at 7:27 PM. We are returning from closed session at 8:27 PM. There's no action. Moving on to item number 14, board member comments. Are there any board member comments?
Oh, good luck to the Taylor North Little League.
And congratulations to the new hirees.
Yes.
Moving on to item number 15, is there a motion for adjournment?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Myers. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Thomas. Mr. Wright is a yes. Ms. Block.
Yes.
Mr. Heath.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Mrs. Thomas.
Yes.
Ms. Shufeld's absent. That carries 6-0. The Board of Education regular board meeting of July 19th, 2023 will adjourn at 8:28 PM. Have a great night.